Well, hello, welcome to the channel, and thanks for joining us. In fact, if you have just joined us, it's somewhat of a miracle because we are a brand new channel. So if we've managed to pop up on one of your searches, that's awesome. So please stay with us. I think this is going to be quite good fun. So Rachel and I have just decided to start playing darts at I wouldn't say a competitive level per se. We've kind of dabbled a bit over the years as kids and as probably drunken adolescents. And we thought it'd be time to take it a bit more sort of seriously, really, because especially lately we've been watching the PDC, and you see the likes of MVG with his focus, and Bully Boy with his just sheer rhythm, and Aspinall's grit and determination and all that kind of stuff. And what's really impressed me as much as anything actually about the sport is the way that the guys have just been so, I don't know, so professional, so friendly, so courteous, proper sportsmanship, and I've really enjoyed that. So we thought, well, let's dig out the old dartboard out the loft. Then we thought, well, if we're going to do that, we ought to put it at the right height. And actually, it's quite an old, let's call it a vintage dartboard. And so it's a bit tired and a bit tatty. And we're trying to build a games room at the moment. We've got the pool table in there and some cocktail arcade games and stuff. And we thought, well, let's get the dartboard up there, but let's do it properly. And then we're like, oh, okay, but really we ought to get a decent board, and we ought to get a proper light, and we ought to get some sort of decent surround, and we ought to try and get decent darts that suit us. So we're embarking on the journey, really, and don't get me wrong, we're both fully aware that buying decent kit, all the gear, no idea. We're fully aware that buying all the right stuff doesn't make you any good at what you do. It's about the practice, it's about technique, it's about determination. And so we've got our eyes wide open in that respect. On the other hand, if you're playing with really, substandard old equipment that's not very consistent or reliable, then no amount of technique practice is going to help you with what you want to do. So we just thought it'd be good fun to kind of embark on the journey, share it with you, because we've been having a bit of a dabble now the last sort of couple of evenings and over the weekend, and we thought, wouldn't it be good fun just to document it? If there's anybody out there that's looking to take up darts, what kind of thing do you need to be thinking about? Can you use a rubbishy old dartboard? Does it need to really be the right height? What if you haven't got a dartboard surround? Do you need to buy one? Can you make one? And one of the issues we've got with our dartboard surround actually is that, as I say, we put it into a games room, which is also a kind of family entertainment space. It's a garden room, and we don't want it to look man cavey. Now, I fully appreciate that darts, historically is or has been a pub sport and a working men's sport and all of that, and that's awesome, and that's what it's all about. And we've been overwhelmed when we've been looking. We've been blown away really by the guys that have done these amazing ones. We've been looking on YouTube and seeing the sorts of things that people have done in their man caves and games rooms and stuff, and it's just unreal. It's fantastic, but we haven't got the luxury of the dedicated kind of dark, moody room that we want to play in. We, as I say, you can probably see part of the room behind us, and we'll stick a bit of B-roll in there. You can have a look at it, but basically it's quite a light, airy garden room. So we don't want it to look like a cave. It's just that we want something that's slightly more in keeping with the decor of the space that we've got. So to that end, basically, we're going to take a look at how we're going to hang the dartboard. We're going to replace our dartboard because the one we've got it's fine, but it's old and it's got big wire, and it's, and we've also got a situation where we want to build our own dartboard surround. So we're going to be looking at that, and also how do you put an ocky on a floor that's supposed to be like a family garden room without it looking like, that's where you stand to play darts. We want to try and make it a bit more, kind of in keeping with the rest of the room. And we're just going to have some fun with it, really. So please do join us on our journey, because one of the things we'll be looking to do in a little while as well, once we get up and running, is we're going to go and buy some proper darts. We've been, a quick insight here and a little spoiler, is that the dartboard that we had has got really old kind of cast, what I call monkey metal darts. They're not even brass, and they were light and flimsy and inconsistent. And many years ago, when I bought the board, I think about 25 years ago, I also bought a couple of sets of really heavy darts, because I thought, proper branded, heavy, meaty darts, they're going to be the best, aren't they? And of course, obviously, it's not about the weight of the dart, it's about having the dart weight that's right for you. And we're already finding that, so we're starting to say, okay, well, let's try and work on our technique, let's get everything sorted, get the board right, get the lighting right, and then we're going to go shopping for some new darts as well, so that's going to be good fun. And this is all going to be coming up over the next few videos, so do please stay with us. If you are new to darts or thinking about taking up darts yourself, we're going to be looking at the sort of things that you need to factor in. So as I say, just a quick recap. What's the, how do you go about hanging a dartboard? How do you go about making a dartboard surround if you haven't already got one? What's the best kind of considerations when you're trying to find some darts? How's the best way of finding out what's working for you or what isn't, and all that kind of crazy stuff. So it's been a bit of a monologue on my part. I actually have a couple of other YouTube channels, so I'm kind of used to talking to audiences out there and hopefully sharing experiences with people. They're not darts related, so I'm a bit of a fish out of water myself on this one. But Rachel's never done anything before with regard to sort of talking to the camera and stuff, and so I wouldn't say she's along for the ride because she's very much the inspiration. She used to play a little bit of, shall we say, drunken darts.
It wasn't quite that bad.
I think it probably was. So we're, as I say, we're looking to start taking it seriously, and it's going to be very much a team effort on our part, and we will be the main people playing each other, certainly in the early days, whilst we get everything right, get the board right, get the lighting right, try and get a feel for the correct darts and all that kind of stuff. So we'll be sharing our experiences with what's working, what's not, and all that in the coming weeks. So do please subscribe, hit the like button, share the channel, because I reckon this is going to be a bit of fun actually, starting something completely from scratch and seeing how we get on. So thank you ever so much for watching. Thank you for listening to us ramble on for 10 minutes, but I promise you there'll be more to see, and we'll be doing some makey-do things and getting on with it in the near future. So all the best for now. Thank you very much indeed for watching. Stay safe. I'll see you soon. In fact, we'll both see you soon.
Thank you.
Bye-bye. Remember, look into that bit.
Oh yeah, sorry.
Not that bit.
Not that bit.
Otherwise, it looks like you're cross-eyed.